Welcome everyone to today's activation and transmission. I'm so curious what the consciousness of money has of a message for us today. So let's get started. Okay. Welcome. We are so pleased that you're here today. We are absolutely excited to be talking to you. And we know some of you, a lot of you, still carry around some questions and issues. And there is something that you cannot help yourself with because you're thinking of it persistently. And we want to help because we want you to understand that what you're going through is perfectly okay. It is your own transformation and your own transmutation into the light as we see it. And many of you are looking for that. This is your desire and this is your intention for this lifetime. So you are here looking for some answers and for solutions. And we're here because we want to help you. And even though it might not be exactly related to your money questions, it has to do a lot with how you are allowing your abundance to come in, or whether you are blocking the wellness, the well-being, the wealth, the health, all the goodness to come into your life. And we know because we see you, we hear you, how you're asking massively for that well-being into your life. You know you want to have it easy. You know you want to have it better, and you deserve so. And you would not feel this way if you did not know that this is possible for you. So your soul, at some level in your consciousness, maybe you are aware of this, maybe you are not, but your soul is the one that is bringing you your remembrance. And what is happening even right now is that you're remembering more and more of yourself. And it's not really helpful for you when we say it's only you. There's no one else in the room. And everything that you see, everything that you encounter is actually an extension of you, of your energy, because it might not land right now in this very hot minute when you are dealing with those questions, with those problems that you're looking for the solution. So let's just start with the basics, just to remind you that when you're dealing with a question or a problem that is and exists in the 3D reality, that's your material world, that's your dual world, that's the pros, that's the cons, that's what you are experiencing right now. And you've been taught that when you have a question or a problem, you need to figure out a solution. And that structure is usually not allowing for you to leave the problem behind and elevate yourself into the higher consciousness. When you do so, when you elevate yourself, when you gain or get to those levels of your consciousness, that is your higher soul. That is the fifth dimension. When you're realizing that it's only love and what you are is love and what everyone else is love, and that you are God and the most powerful entity and the highest authority on everything, when you realize that, that's your solution. So, just to be clear, when you are dealing with a problem, your solution is usually also coming from that level of consciousness, from that lower consciousness, where you're trying to fix, you're trying to amend something bit by bit. But that solution is, or might be, creating another problem or another set of problems because it's at the same level as your initial issue. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. You've been doing that for way too long. And sometimes you've been successful, more or less, but most of the time, and you can see it in your history, in your personal history as well, that when you come up with a solution, that just starts off another problem. And so, kind of circling around solution, problem is not really giving you the break you want. It's not really giving you the way of life that you want. And it cannot. It is creating more of boundaries. It is doing more for you on that plane or material plane, but is not giving you entirely what you're desiring. That's why you're here. So today, we are here to tell you that all your problems, let's be cheeky a little bit. We're going to say you don't have. There are no solutions to your problems. Why? Well, because we don't want to create more problems for you. But we do have a suggestion for you to completely elevate yourself from that problem and to get into the consciousness of the fifth dimension. You see, when you are on that high level of your consciousness, where you know the truth of who you are, you know the truth of who everyone else is, and the existence of this world, you will have only love for everything and everyone. You will understand that this is your true nature, and you will understand also that there are no problems. And you need to get to that point to not have problems in order to stop solving them and creating more problems. When you elevate yourself to the highest consciousness of your higher soul, you will no longer perceive those old issues as problems. A quick check can reveal that to you. If you see something as a problem, you're probably operating from your third dimension. If you don't see a thing as a problem, you are elevated and you're operating from the consciousness of only love, of only bliss, of only eternal life. And so when you don't have a problem, you don't have to come up with a solution. No fixing, no mending, and everything that is forthcoming to you is only your next level, your next step. And it's not coming from luck or fear as it would be in the third dimension, but it's coming from love. And it's not because something is wrong, that's why you are doing the next step, or that something is missing or something is just wrong, because you are not fixing anything. You are doing the next step just because it's a natural next step for your natural expansion, because you are expanding all the time. And when you allow yourself to go there, not because you are fixing a problem, but because it is thrilling and exciting for you to go there, to be playing that new game, to be experiencing those new levels, those new avenues of joy and happiness and thrill in your life. And when you can shine that kind of light into all corners of your life, into every forgotten corner that there might be some spider webs, and you shine your light on it and you transmute that into love, that will allow for your next step, for your next expansion. And then you could operate from even more fulfillment, even more joy every single moment. Well, might sound impossible right now because you think you've reached your capacity sometimes, and there are still unthinkable ways for you to expand. And enormously, enormously joyful ways of joy and happiness for you. Because when you bring that kind of light to the furthermost distant corners of your life, and you shine your light and you transmute everything into light, every cell in your body will be vibrating with love, and it will be shining so bright, and it will be affecting all that you do, all that you perceive, all that you're experiencing, and you will be having a life that is beyond anything that you ever imagined. And you are not doing it for the material things anyway, but you're doing it for the thrill and for the joy and for the remembrance, because nothing brings you more happiness than just to know who you truly are and be in your element. This is your true mission here. There's nothing to fix because nothing is broken. There is no one to be helped because no one is in need to be helped because they're not broken. There is no world to be fixed. There's nothing wrong with your world either. It's just you being and finally becoming who you were meant to be, not by changing who you are, bringing yourself into new shoes, but just uncovering who you truly are. And in that sense, we are going deeper into who you truly are. And we know you hear the calling, and we know you are hearing the pull for or of your soul to become more of yourself. Well, but you already are. You cannot be more of yourself as you already are, but you can remember who you truly are instead of thinking that you know who you are. So if you allow yourself to let go of those old beliefs about you, who you are, what you can do, what you cannot do, what you're capable of doing, what is right, what is wrong. If you allow yourself to be taken by the stream of life into the direction that you want to go, and let go of everything and anything that you believe you are, you might surprise yourself because your life is going to show you who you truly are. The reflections in your life, the encounters, the people, the experiences will change. They will be more pleasing to your liking, for your enjoyment, because this life has been built for your enjoyment. In truth. But you are so powerful that you can deny yourself to enjoy that. And it is okay to have experiences like this as well. But we believe that many of you are ready to give that up because you've been through this. You had those experiences for many, many times. And you came to the point where you were saying, well, it's not fun anymore to me, and I want to change that. That's just the language that you use. There's nothing wrong with that, even though the change is happening in you believing that your life is meant for you to be enjoyed and to be supported by. We could be going on, but this is the gist that we want to give to you today. So you start understanding that there is only your beliefs right now keeping your life at the point where you are. Maybe you're saying you're stuck, maybe you are not happy with it, maybe you want something else in your life. But all that is happening right now is just you holding your life in place by yourself. There's no one else doing that. And by letting go of some of the beliefs that are not serving you anymore, letting go and surrendering to the greater good of life, but opening yourself up to the trust, living from your heart, connecting through your heart, your experiences will change massively. And you already will believe you are ready, and many things will and are already changing for you. And the more you can convince yourself and see the evidence of that working for you, you will trust even more, you will let go even easier, and you will experience heaven on earth. That's all for today. Okay, awesome.